And hi guys, how are you guys doing? Emirovic, you're in the house. Mr. Dr. Akram. Hey Dominique, how are you? Yes, this is an interesting day. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Yes, I hope you guys are doing well as well. It's going to be a very interesting day. So, are Chelsea fans? I think Chelsea fans should be happy. I feel sorry for Frank Lampard. I do, honestly. I mean, like, you should get credit for what he did with the youngsters last season. The game of football management is merciless. It is merciless. Yeah. So I feel like I don't know. I think that at the end of the day, they needed somebody who's a bit more tactically astute. That's for sure, right? But what he did in that first season with the youngsters, still very good. Hey, FM Stinger, how are you, man? Marcus Siedler, you're welcome. Jivan Guven, does Chelsea have a better chance of winning? I don't know, man. I think it's Wolves are definitely smacking at the lips as a chance of doing a double. That's for sure. And I think they could possibly do the double. Because Tuchel, the only thing about Tuchel that I worry about when he goes to Chelsea is this. He's been known to rub the board the wrong way, right? That's what happened at PSG. He's had a history of doing this, right? He's been brought in. I like I said before, they're gonna go for a German manager. I had a feeling it was gonna be a German manager because it is the German players that are underperforming. Or was it the system that Lampard was using? I mean, everybody does know that Lampard is the thing for shooting from outside the box. So that's why people call him the volley merchant. But it's really hard to say at the moment. I believe that it's going to be interesting. I think Wolves are definitely in with a shout to do something about it this weekend. Something on my mind as well. Like when I do the creating tactics series of videos, right? I want people to try and understand. I'm not trying to replicate tactics, right? I had a comment on YouTube about how Rashford doesn't play as a white target man. I know he doesn't play as a white target man. But there was a second or third tactic there much later where I had him as an inverted winger, and that's how I think he actually plays in the game. But like I said, it was no attempt to replicate United. It's just I think how many tactics were there anyway? There were like 4, right? Or 3 tactics. But I still think that the white target man 4-2-3-1 is probably the best 4-2-3-1 at the moment, in my opinion. At least for me, at least. Yeah. I have a lot of fun with it, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Plus, I wanted to show you the combinations because the white target man combination is the one that most people haven't seen. Right? You see me do Trequartista Shadow Striker many times. You've seen me do white Trequartista as well. You haven't seen me do a trequartista, which I thought was a bit much. I didn't want to do any of the exotic ones. I didn't think it would be something that you guys would find useful. So yeah, just bear in mind that those creating tactics are not meant to be replications. Just what you can do with the team in question. That's all. Bonjour, Bandex. How are you, man? From France. Oh. El Dimiro Nascimento. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well too. Man City are very strong. They've sorted out their defensive woes, right? So, but I didn't see the game last night. Yeah, I was spending time with my brother. Yeah, so talking to him. The family is the kids, my wife, they're doing fantastic. They're having a lot of fun. Yeah. They tried to do this, Jack. They tried to do they asked Ralph Ragnick to come in on a provisional basis. He said no. So I don't know if Tuchel's contract sounds like a provisional contract. But most of the time, they only give a contract for 1 season, right? Usually, they hardly ever give people 3 to 4 seasons. Tuchel, I think they wanted to get somebody in optionally, see how he does, and then give him the long-term contract. So a few managers said no. Tuchel wasn't the first choice. Nope. Somebody else was. I think it was Ralph Ragnick was the first choice. He said no. Mason Mount, probably the saddest player, is surely going to get a cap as long as Lampard. Yeah, I don't know, man. God Spurs. Hey, man, how are you? Yeah, replicating. First up, I don't even think you can replicate entirely. You can't replicate real football on Football Manager. No way. You can get. There are some principles that you can do, but if you were to tell me you can replicate an entire way a team plays, it's not going to work. Because I believe that you have to be able to do the defensive side like they do it in real life. And the defensive side is such a big part of the system. And you can't do that in Football Manager, right? You can't even man-mark an entire team. You can't man-mark the whole team. You can't do what Bielsa is doing. I mean, yeah, so how does replication actually work then? I mean, you can take some of the principles. That's some, like the way they're shaped and stuff like that. To some extent, the flow, yeah, but not a lot. So I don't even. I like to, yeah, trying to get principles, yes, certain principles, yes, but the defensive side can't. We can't do the positional football that City do regularly. I mean, people ask me many times, can you replicate Manchester City? And I'm going, to be honest with you, you can't. Not Man City, definitely not. There's no way that can be done. Anybody who claims that they can do it, well, respect to them if they can. But for one, I won't say I can't. I'll just say it's not accurate, right? So, fix a cup of tea. You sound a bit weird. Get well. I did have a cup of tea. Yeah, I did have a cup of tea. Been having some late nights. Have been doing some stuff with the family. My brother actually. Yeah, so getting sorting things out for him. How does Segundo Volante and a Regista work together? Well, a Regista is pretty much a playmaker, right? But a Regista is not a playmaker that is going to go crazy all over the pitch. Meaning he's more aggressive than a deep line playmaker because the deep line playmaker holds his position, whereas the Regista does not. But whereas the Segundo Volante, on the other hand, is like a box-to-box player. So it starts from a deeper position. He's much more aggressive. So when they play together, you've got one guy who you can depend on to cover the ground, and the other one is like Andrea Pirlo kind of playmaker. So they work quite well together. However, when you play like that, you're kind of depending on the Regista to defend. So that becomes a bit of a challenge for some people because they don't see that side of the game. Yeah. So it's very tough to make it work with the wrong player. The easier combination is going to be DMS and Volante. Right, that's the easiest combination in the game to work. I like the Register Volante because the Register from deeper positions can act as a playmaker, and because he doesn't hold position, he moves up the pitch. Then I get a mobile playmaker, but he is not going to end up on the left or left side of the pitch or the extreme right side of the pitch, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's so clear, right? They offered all the German managers the job, so it was so obvious that they were gonna go German. Yeah, I called it, man. I said that our man is gonna get fired, and he got fired. I don't like to see people lose jobs. Yeah, even in football. Am I okay? Hey, Rick, how are you? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's one of those days. Yeah. Am I okay? Not really. Yeah. Not. They are in the other sense. No, I'm not okay. But in the health sense, I'm fine. It's got nothing to do with football. It's got nothing to do with anything else. It's got something to do with that's been sitting in my head. Having to deal with stuff. I'm not dealing with it personally. I have somebody very close to me dealing with something, and it's affecting me because I'm very close to him. And I can't understand how he's so chill about it. Yeah, I think the same thing happened to me. So I was when I was paralyzed, everybody around me was crying. When the doctors told my family that I will never walk again. Yeah, so I could, so that was bad for them, and I was chill about it. So I can expect that when you are the person that's being hit by it, right, you are chill about it. But then you find a way to deal with it, and then you carry everybody else on your shoulders when you recover, right? That kind of thing. So yeah. Hey, James9, thanks for becoming a member of the channel. You absolute gem, you. You didn't have. Right, just look. Tonight is Arsenal, right? So, but it's not for you. You didn't have to do that. Yeah. Do you think if teams' lack of work rate should go regroup? Nena Restic. Regroup actually requires work rate as well. You think about it, okay? Right, you're attacking and you want your players to bomb, not to counter press, but to get back to the defensive positions once they lose the ball. If you have low work rate, see, the thing is, work rate is such an important attribute in the game, right? You can't go without it, which is the reason why I've got the complete training schedule, right? It's got work rate already. It's one of those attributes that you train on. It's such a light training schedule that you don't have to worry about overworking your players. Yeah. As far as possible, you want to see work rate as an attribute in the game, right? You want to try and get your players to improve their work rates. You're trying your best. I mean, you can. I don't think it's the end of the world if you have one player who's got work rate of 8, right? Just don't have 11 players with work rate of 8. 1 or 2 is not so bad. Even a striker sometimes with low work rate is fine. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, right? I have a defender with low work rate, and I don't see a big difference in his play sometimes, right? So I wouldn't worry too much. But when you have 11 players, then I would be worried. Yeah. 1 or 2, yeah, should be fine. It's very sad, Kivan, that I agree with you. It's the Lampard being a legend of the club and being, I won't say he's been treated badly. A lot of it has to do with himself, right? Whether he has the quality, whether he had the quality to get to do something with their team. I agree with Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker basically said, look, the man has got so many players that he were added to his squad. Okay, this is where I come from, right? Okay, I said Frank Lampard was going to get fired, but I didn't say he deserved it. Okay, he didn't sign those players. The board did. He didn't ask for all those players to be shown through his door. He basically was holding the door open, not knowing who was coming through that door. Right, so they signed players and they just landed on his lap. So then they basically turned around and said, okay, we're signing all these players. We want you to do something with it. And at the end of the day, Lampard is probably just as wronged as anybody else. So I kind of feel for him. So if the club had decided they were going to sign so many players and wanted to throw 200 million down the tubes, they should have given him a bit more time, shouldn't have? I mean, what does that say about the club? Yeah. So I feel sorry. I kind of feel sorry for him. Yeah. Yeah. I have one question. Can you apply the principles of total football into 4-4-2 US? How do you set up? Oh, if you want to do a total football kind of 4-4-2, you're looking at roles and you're looking at a fair amount of what's it called? A lot of support duties. Man, it's gonna be you can do it. I've done a kind of a 4-4-2. I'm gonna share that tactic with you guys sometime soon. I've almost forgotten about the tactic. I did a kind of Dutch 1990 from the Euros when they played, right? They had this total football system, and I have kind of tried to create it. So it is possible, but it's going to be difficult in the sense that you're probably going to have to find a team that's got very good attributes to pull it off. Yeah, you because you're playing it all very fluid. Yeah. Exactly. I think the Chelsea board, yeah, it is tonight. Yeah. Yes, it will be with Arsenal, Jimmy. Yes, it is with Arsenal. Exactly. Kivan, this is one of the reasons why I was very surprised at the appointment of Tuchel. Tuchel isn't known to handle big. He's not a manager who's famous for handling big personalities, right? So he's also a manager renowned for his issues with the board. Okay. So, my question mark is going to be: will Tuchel be a better? Will Tuchel be a better option than Lampard? Now, there's always going to be that period of time where the manager suddenly looks better. You know, he got 3 or 4 results on the back. Players are showing him, hey, we can do our shit. I mean, look at the revolving door that happened at United. The manager comes in, oh, we can perform. The next thing you know, we don't really like you anymore. Okay, and that happens. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I agree. PSG and Chelsea are not the same, right? So, but let's see. What Tuchel has going for him is the fact he's German and he can probably communicate a lot more effectively with the German players. But what about the other players in the club? What about the youth players that Lampard groomed? So my question is this. Yeah. So that we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so let's get cracking with the show, guys. Yes, so here we are. This is our situation at the club very soon. Look at this, man. Look at Lyle Taylor. Now check out the league, right? So we are there. We just lost them. We lost to Chelsea 3-0. Then we beat Liverpool in the EFL Cup, but they had a bunch of youngsters. You remember the game that crashed the other day? You notice my skin is different. What do you call it? I don't know if it's the skin. We'll have to try. I want to try it. I want to go back to this skin. Then we replayed the match against Manchester United. I had to because we crashed, right? So it was well documented crash. It happened right on the stream. It's 2-2 now, the scoreline. I was thinking I want to replay it until I get the 2-1 result. And then I say, I've never replayed a game in my life intentionally to get a result. I'm not going to do it now. So it got 2-2. But it was exactly the same lineup, no difference. But this time Simranjit Singh Tandi didn't turn in that kind of performance. But Lyle Taylor scored 2 goals again. Ansu Fati got injured early, so that was the plus factor for us. Then we beat Everton 3-0. Oh, my goodness, this match was all Lyle Taylor. This is Lyle Taylor all the way. Lolly out to Shearhouse, my white target man, right? Plays the ball in for Lyle Taylor. 1-0. Lolly. Jenkinson, and this is a nice passage of play. One touch. This wasn't a video, right? My creating tactics video. One touch football all the way inside the box. Forrest being Forrest. And then we got Bashiru to Robinson. Robinson to Wing slides it into Lyle Taylor. I was so proud of them. Beating Everton. And then Arsenal, we were 2-1 up. We couldn't hold the lead. But again, I thought I was gonna get FM in this game because for long periods of this game, I couldn't even generate a shot. So they got off to a brilliant start in the 8th minute, and then 15 minutes in, Shearhouse out to Lolly. Lolly just drives that goal because Lyle Taylor was not available for this game. Because he was not 100%. Then Figueiredo to Shearhouse. Shearhouse had a really good game. Lolly, bullet from outside the box. I thought we were gonna FM the game, right? If I was Arsenal, I feel undone by the play, by our defense. We were so high up the pitch. I just felt like this was a fair result on the day. Now we play Newcastle, Burnley, Wolves. What a series of matches! But out in the Premier League, Lyle Taylor is the leader, man. What's the best way to raise mental attributes? Yeah, I use my complete training regimen, and it's light. It's really light, and it's not a kind of training schedule that's gonna put a lot of pressure on your boys, right? So I'm waiting for I already got like marking left for the team, but chances are, if I look at my players, you can actually do it from here, right? So I don't have role whatever inside here. I think it's selection info. There we go. Tactical familiarity. I have to go to squad. Hold on. Do I have one? I've never bothered with tactical familiarity, right? Should I make one? We'll just add one here, I guess. I'm so lazy. Well, I just take one performances. Drop morale. Let's drop morale. Who cares about morale? Then we'll go tactical familiarity. Who cares about playing time happiness? Let's take you out as well. There we go. All right, so I'm looking at my players. He's ready. Okay, position, role, and duty. These guys, this could be a function of the attributes, right? But I don't care now. Now I don't care. See, they're all ready. Oh, except for one more player, marking. Once Pasinato is done, Pasinato is the only one left, the goalkeeper of all the players. Yeah, we have to wait slowly. We have to wait for the keeper. Because the keeper doesn't get, notice this, most of my training sessions don't have goalkeeper inside here. So just stick in one goalkeeper. But it doesn't work on him. So wait, hold on. Overall. Yeah, because this isn't an overall. Yeah. Okay, I'll stick one overall inside. He'll eventually get there. He's getting his tactical familiarity from here. See, he's getting it from these two. But he's not getting it from this. Right, see this? Yeah, he is like 20%. Okay. Overall, we'll hit him 100%. So he should get it very fast. I didn't add this in. Yeah, I will do this then. Okay, rest. So we'll just copy. We'll just use this. I'll modify this. I don't like changing it because I like to make mine suit get more tactical into it. Yeah, but I'll for him only, I guess I'll do it. Okay, so I'll just change this to, oh, this is got overall. Yeah, what the hell? What's wrong with my training schedules? Calendar. Yeah, I've got overall in there. So it's coming from there, I guess. Yeah, balanced training. Let's say, yeah, it's got overall inside there. So it's fine. I don't know what I did here. I wasn't paying attention. We got overall. So it should be fine. Yeah, just I think by next week, we're switching over to the complete training schedule. Enough of having so many tactics, man. Jungsa, hey, how are you? Rocky, my friend Rocky. Should I use my 60-year striker for first team? I'm desperate for a good striker. Hey, Bivin, I'm using a 16-year-old in Joey is playing for Kashim Pasha. He's 16 years old. What's the problem? Just make sure that you don't overplay him, that's all. Give him breaks. Yeah, make sure that he doesn't ever get jaded. He gets injured, you have a problem. 4-4-2, inverted winger going this way. He's going to drive here, which is a really interesting design decision by whoever made this tactic. So you got a lot of support here. So this guy's going to act like a second striker arriving unmarked in this position. If these two guys are... See this deep line playmaker, inverted winger? This is an intentional design to make him another striker. All right. Watch this, right? Deep line playmaker, inverted winger, right? So these two are going to be support duties, right? What happens? This guy does a natural overlap because this guy's going to come inside a bit. So he's going to do a natural overlap. So you're going to have a overload going on here with this guy dropping deep. All right. So between the four of them, they support the play, right? Creating overloads, allowing Maxime to become a second striker with advanced work. So guess what? This tactic is going to concede goals to the wide unmarked player coming down this flank. Oh, this is a very interesting. So Jenkinson's got a lot of work to do with this game. Wow. That's interesting. Nilsson injured. Two guys injured. Real Madrid, Atletico, Villarreal. Look at where Barcelona is. Oh, you poor things. Juventus, Atalanta, Napoli. This is a very good race. But then, you guys, the story for us is not how well we are doing or how well the other leagues are doing, but look at where Spurs are. 7 defeats this season. They've lost to Brentford. They got hammered 6-0 by Leeds. They lost to Liverpool and Wolves and got hammered by Sheffield United. 3-0 away. So their track record away from home has been absolutely shocking, right? They've only won once away from home. They won all their home. They won. I don't know if these are all. Yeah, chances are they won their home matches. They've only lost once at home, right? Wow, this is amazing, man. They only once. Yeah, they won once at home. Man City. They lost. Sorry, to Man City at home. We drew against them. That was like a highlight. Maybe I wish I had beaten them too. I couldn't hold a lead against them as well. Lolly asked to discuss the future. Improve contract to reflect his... My goodness. Hey guys, seriously. Joe. My friend Joe. You're 29 years old. You're probably going to be good for maybe 1 or 2 seasons. You're 2.8% of my wage bill. Ask Worrell to this. Can you talk? Chances Worrell is not going to make him happy. He's going to come back. Yeah. Hey, wow. Worrell. I should keep him around as a captain. He worked wonders. Forrest looking sharp, yeah. How do you not get injuries with so many general training in the middle of the season? You don't. Manage your rotation, man. That's it. This is light. This is not very heavy. This is not a very heavy training schedule. Look at this. You got overall possession, attacking corners. This is 50%, brother. This is actually a light training schedule. Do you know that? If you park all general sessions, it's actually light. It's not heavy. It's not very heavy. So you're not supposed to get injuries. What you have to do you got to do two things in this game. The first thing is, we started with this group, right? I don't know if you got scientists, head science, head of sports science. They help players last longer between matches. They do not reduce injury, FYI. The other thing you need to do is you need to sign the right kind of players. I got players with natural fitness, right? So that's the other thing. And then you got to make sure that when you play them, like for example, I will play this guy if I'm desperate, right? But he's injured, so I'm probably definitely not going to be playing him. So now I quick pick. I got Carl Jenkinson is fluid. This guy is almost ready. This guy is almost there. So the only person we're waiting for is the keeper. Once the keeper is ready, we're switching to the complete training schedule. And then I don't have to worry about training anymore. Yeah, they don't. A lot of teams here, sometimes the game itself, if you are the sort that wants the game to accurately reflect how a team does in real life, you don't see that. But this is in the future already, right? So the question is this: Barcelona, right? Financially, in real life, they have to reduce their debt by about 1 billion in debt at the moment in real life. So in the game itself, maybe this is a reflection of what's going to happen to them in the next couple of months, because they have some serious problems at Barcelona right now in terms of their debt, right? So if you're looking at this, right, they still got Lionel Messi on the books. 39.64 million per annum is his salary. They got Frankie de Jong, 9 million per annum. They got Jordi Alba. Well, let's see Jordi Alba. How much is he earning? 11 million. So you got 33 for one Lionel Messi. You got 30 million for Antoine Griezmann. You've got 39 million per annum for Messi. Okay. Yeah, let's look at the second highest will be PSG. I think let's look at Paris. Okay, got PSG. All right. We got highest paid will probably be Kylian Mbappe. 20 million for Kylian Mbappe. Right. We got 13, almost 39 for Messi. We got 20 million for him. Okay, now let's look at United. Okay. Then we got senior squad. I think the highest paid will probably be De Gea. 17 million for De Gea. Marcus Rashford, 9 million. Anthony Martial, 9 million. Highest paid is definitely De Gea. Yeah, nobody else. Oh, Jerome Anguene, 2 million. See? Look at the difference. So I think they're in the game. I think they're depending on the aged players, right? Aged players or whatever, however you call them. They are old men. But this part, not very nice. I don't get this. I mean, like, shouldn't Barcelona be in financial, like, as in bankrupt by now in the game? So it's not really accurate. Yeah. I didn't get to watch any of those games last night. Who's the Spurs manager now? Spurs? Shouldn't it be Mourinho? What's the difference between CM on defense and defensive midfielder? What, in the MC slot? Not a lot. Just the role only, that's it. One is more, the defensive midfielder has probably got, look at the play instructions. The play instructions will be quite similar, but there shouldn't be too much of a difference between the two of them. Did you sell Brereton? I don't think so. Squad. Transfers. Where's my transfers? Nope. I had not sold any. I mean, the only player that left was I have not sold a single Forest player. Tyler Beckett, I put him on loan. Brennan Johnson, I put him on loan. Marcus and McGuane on loan. Gregorius on loan. Other than that, nope. I don't even know how to spell his name. Because this guy, I think, starts out gone. He left the club in 2018, man. Yeah. Well, the rain has come, man. Inter is not paying wages. Inter is not paying. It's unfair. They should have points deduction. Yeah, it's unfair that any club should have points deduction just because they don't pay wages. I think clubs, there should be some kind of oh, the storm has come, man. The whole place is just rocking and rolling with rain. Looks like the floods are back and the crocodiles are going to be showing up soon. We have had this crocodile problem for the last couple of weeks. Like every time I go out of the house, I look out. God, I go biking now, right? But the sun was up for 2 days. I was able to go biking, and then now the rain is back, so it's very annoying. But that's the kind of weather that we have. End of the year. Bayern, Leipzig, Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Maybe I want to manage this team. I feel like managing Borussia Mönchengladbach. Only because of match day. I think it was what you call. We used to have a show called the Milo World of Football back in the 70s, I think 70s. When I was in primary school, I used to watch Borussia Mönchengladbach. And I was so fascinated by a club whose name was unpronounceable. As a kid, I was like, what? Mönchengladbach? So I found it very cool. So yeah, who knows, man? Maybe Borussia Mönchengladbach. This is not a bad club. Affiliated to facilities at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Superb. This is a great club to manage because the only thing here is that adequate academy coaching doesn't mean that you're going to get the top youngsters. Speaking of which, right, if you want to, I've been saying this for a long time. While attributes are good for your youth coaches, make sure they have the right personalities so that they help you help get the right kind of players through. Think Viebu, how? Tuchel managing Chelsea. I think he might be able. My question mark is Tuchel. Technically, as a manager, he's there. Right? He's definitely has a bit more going with tactics than our friend Frank Lampard. But the question mark is going to be how the young players are going to handle, because the young players are the ones that Frank Lampard nursed and turned them into who they are today. He's been brought in to work with German players. I think it'll be interesting to watch. I think it's a good signing. I think it's a good addition to Chelsea. I think he'll help Chelsea out quite a great deal. Celtic, Rangers, Hibs, Aberdeen, Livingston, Motherwell, not bad. Villarreal, Real Madrid. Villarreal is 32 points. Granada, the same clubs at the bottom. Here we go, man. Newcastle. Do you think the game pressing? I think the game pressing is effective in quite a few leagues. As long as you're the player, the game pressing is very strong. Yeah. Hasn't got the cup final versus Real Sociedad. I don't understand what do you mean by that, John. FM hasn't got the cup final. I have no idea what that means. Do you think the game you have no problem winning the league with Mönchengladbach? Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I would still have some. I just like to manage clubs nowadays for the history. Okay, then Lyle Taylor is back. Okay, so he can play the next game. Alright, so quick pick, training. Almost there. So which Joker is the one? You're ready. 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 Okay. Alright, Figueiredo, you come in for Joe Worrell. Yep. Okay, so Dalo Lates Myton. Oh no, Shearhouse for this guy. And then Lyle Taylor. Oh, he's still injured. Oh, man. Lyle Taylor is still nursing an injury. I can't play him. Likes to try and beat offside trap. Alright, we'll just stick you here and you here. Alright, you're not ready. Oh, you're ready. Okay, trading. Good news. Okay, calendar. Alright. But problem right now is we got some players who still need to learn their position, right? This is a function of different things. Already. So striker position, but he's a natural, so forget it. Okay, I don't need to worry about the role. That's the attributes now in play. Okay, so we go to training. Where's my calendar? Thank you very much. We can officially now change to this. Ding ding. We don't have to worry about anything else anymore. Where's complete? Ding ding. With sound effects. Yeah, we don't have to worry about trading anymore. I can be lazy. I can be lazy. We don't have to do anything anymore. Now just to worry about match prep, that's all. Right, so against Leicester City, we got match prep. This is a super light schedule, man. This is not too aggressive. We'll just pay attention, see how the players do here. If I need to move things around, I will. I could just make life a bit easier for myself by going LZP. Okay. Then prior to the game, we got all this. Yeah, this is fine. I can put in match preparation, attacking movement, match preparation, defensive shape leading up to this game. Use all of this. Attacking corner delivery, defensive free kick, attacking free kick. Defensive shape is here. All right. Then we got this. Then we got attacking movement. Yeah, this is fine. Then it goes into this game. This is fine. Look at this, man. Man, Sheffield United. I recover and play Fulham next. Holy cow! And I saw somebody send me an image. I think it's 3 games on 3 days, 3 consecutive days. Holy cow, that's tough. And FF also got their final. Really? 2020? Maybe that's a data error, man. In April 4th, Atleticos plays the final Copa del Rey versus Real Sociedad. It depends on when the game was released. Yeah. April 4th. You have to see the release date of the game, right? So if the date... I'm not sure. Yeah. You have to check. You have to check. Or it could be played already. Wait, April 2020. When was the game released? The game was released much later. If the date of the match is before the game is released, then it's in the history. Yeah. It won't be in your real timeline. Or whatever. I mean, yeah. Simranjit Singh Tandi. Come. Let's go. We got 2 defenders. Joe, you sit up for this game. Okay. Submit the team. I still got to use Pantovic. I'm going to forget who's supposed to be playing here eventually. Wing. Yeah. Wing is also injured. So my combination, right? Up top, these 2 guys, both having knocks. And ever since he's not going to be around for about 12 days. This guy is huge for us. We got to use Pantovic, who's a substitute. He's like a poor substitute. All right, so we are traveling away to Forest. Away to Newcastle. So we're gonna be a bit more aggressive for this match. He rates Diallo, Lolly, Shearhouse, Noble, all lacking match sharpness. Figueiredo, match starts. He's already got a yellow card. Say Maxim with the free kick. Nice block from Jenkinson. Diallo puts it out. Okay. A throw. Pantovic. Almiron. Come on, boys. Block it. Oh, Say Maxim again. But he's playing on the other side. Or is this just because of the throw in? Shit. Yeah, it's a different tactic. They're playing Almiron coming in from this side. Okay, they got Saint Maxim playing on the right, and then they've got Almiron coming on this side. Now they've got a different side. Now they got winger and advanced forward and pressing forward. Okay, Pasinato. Lolly is okay. Lolly is playing alright. Lolly is playing quite well. Yeah, he's playing well. The star of the tactic is gonna be my striker. Because there's gonna be the IF and the striker are both gonna be goal scoring targets, right? So yeah. So far all the goals are being scored by the striker and the inside forward. But right now, our problem is not our striker. It's going to be Pantovic. I've got to use Pantovic. Oh, no, he got right past that player. Okay. Figueiredo to the rescue. Come on. Bit overcast. Oh, Spurveligans Manchester City analysis. They're a very good website. Them and they've got very good analysis on their website. Offside. Yeah. And so this is like overcast day. I'm gonna go 2D again. I need to be clearer. I wish the game would. I know the game wants to simulate simulate real life conditions, but you don't have to simulate lighting, in my opinion. Shadows okay, but I don't see the point of lighting. Not when your 3D animation still needs some work. Look at that, so dark. Shearhouse, Yates, Pantovic to Diallo. Come on, boys. We're really hoping I can keep this run going, man. What a ball to Shearhouse. But it's too late. Come on. Sets it up for Reds. It's going to be offside. You got a camera and a green screen? Got a Logitech C922. Okay, cool. That's good. What do you need a green screen for, man? Green screen is like only if your room, hide something in your house kind of thing. You spend more money on lights. You should worry about lights first. Yeah. I have a green screen as well. You gotta get a lighting just right for green screen. Oh, come on. But grats, man. Camera, 922. That's a good camera. I was using a C922 as well. C922 camera. Just make sure that you're gonna do your lighting. Don't spend too much money on lighting. Right? You don't have to. Just DIY your lights like I do. My lights all DIY. The ring light is only the ring light. I bought the ring light. The rest of the lights all DIY. You don't have to buy the Elgato nonsense. Yeah, Elgato shit. No, don't waste your money. You shouldn't have to spend more than about $50 for lights, man. Oh, nice work. Pantovic, come on. Lolly went for the volley. Lolly, the volley. Merchant. Damn it. Ay. Good for you, man. Nice. Yeah, I like OBS because OBS chroma keys very well. Better than some editors sometimes. Okay, Novakovic, right? So what do we do? Shearhouse is better up front than Novakovic. I originally bought Novakovic to be my target man, but he's got likes to beat offside trap. But I don't really have anybody in my team that, you know, does those killer balls yet. Maximim. Nice header. Okay. Pantovic at least playing like a speed demon. Okay, we got extended highlights. See too much information, don't know what to do. Okay, Maiten is coming on for Novakovic. The defending is spot on from the Forest boys at the moment. Does overlap in structure make transitions slower? They will to some extent. So overlaps make a lot of sense for if you want to create like overload systems, right? You want to do nice overloads. Overlaps can help. They do kind of make your transitions a bit slower because somebody has to hold up the ball. When you hold up the ball, you slow things down because you're waiting for somebody to do the overlap. But a higher mentality, sometimes it doesn't really. It depends on your mentality and the rest of your tactic. Because if the guy is holding up the ball, he's only holding up the ball for the guy on the right, not for the guy on the left. So the players on the left. So you have to think about your tactic. It will affect the transition on the side of the overlap, but the other side, it can be very fast. So sometimes what I like to do with the overlap is I do the overlap here, right? On the right side. On the left side, I got somebody flying. So the guy does a crossfield diagonal. So you got to set your tactic up right. If you can set your tactic up right, it won't affect you. But for those guys who are just starting out with tactics, right, who are not very good at tactics, to them, it's going to be slow because they don't think about the bigger picture. Yeah. So you probably haven't got to that stage yet, but you get to that stage where you see the overlap here, the guy holds up the ball, then this guy is running in blind. Oh, then you do a switcheroo. Boom. So is your transition slow? No, it's not. Holds up the ball. If hold up the ball creates a lot of slow transitions, then you're gonna have a lot of problems with a lot of rolls. You're gonna have a lot of issues, man. Quite a few rolls hold up the ball. Complete forward also holds up the ball. Lolly, aye. By this tactic, I have one, right, which is I created 1-4-2-3-1 overloads, but it's like it's got overlaps and overloads only because I want them to slow everything down on the right side, right? To exploit everything. On the left, come on, Yates. What a tackle from Yates. Shearhouse. Ribeiro, what is he doing? Okay, we got to think about Novakovic, right? Come on, Novakovic. Ribeiro. Nice, but he's offside. Yeah, he's offside. Oh, yeah, Lyle's at home. Good for you, man. Good for you. Odegaard has been officially confirmed by Arsenal. Wish it was permanent. Yeah, if I feel sorry for Odegaard. I mean, I feel so bad for him, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of clubs wanted him and it was like, he was the hottest name. It's like, I still remember a time when it was a pick for every person on Football Manager. It was like a wonder kid and everyone was talking about Odegaard, and then Liverpool were looking at Odegaard. A lot of clubs were looking at Odegaard. He decided he wanted to go to some other club. And guess what? He never came off the bench. Sometimes never made the bench. So, yeah. At least now, he gets the chance to play for Arsenal. And if I was a Gunners fan, I'd be very excited. Especially if I was a Gunners fan, Football Manager Gunners fan. Okay, my turn, you're coming on. We've got a problem with this guy. So my turn comes on. Okay. My striker options. Okay, hold on. Nuno Da Costa. Okay, give you a chance. You've never played. He's like, he called my name. My name? This guy I've ever did. First time I'm using him this season. 30-year-old Nuno Costa. Come on. McKenna, Pantovic, Diallo, Panto. Come on, Panto. Don't lose the ball. How are they freezing? Look, did you see that? They're like mid-stride, right? There's a freeze in the animation. Look at that. Look at that. The animation is so bad. Look at that. There's like a freeze in the animation. There we go. Again. Uh-oh. Something's not right. The last time this happened. The last time I see things happening that are not supposed to be happening while I'm playing the game crashes, right? We had the sides turn white and then the game crashed. Now I'm seeing these guys like, oh, looky. They're desperate for the win. They see us as a team that should be beaten. We're sorry if Football Manager has crashed. Please fill in a description about what happened to us. Help us diagnose and fix the problem. Well, the players, well, they started freezing. You know, as they were running, they would freeze. Seriously, SI? You really don't want people to write a lot of information, do you? Right? It's like you stop here. Can't read the upload parameters from the file. Okay. Done. Why give me an automatic crash report? It's crazy, man. I knew it, right? I started seeing it and I went like, we're gonna crash! We're gonna crash! And we crashed. Damn it, it's the second time it's happened. I have a theory in my head. I have a theory in my head. But I don't know if that is the reason why we're crashing. Okay, there are several reasons why you could be crashing. One, sometimes you have a face pack, right? Sometimes it's face packs. So that's happened to me with face packs before, and I have a sitting face pack somewhere. But face packs shouldn't cause your game to crash during the game itself. The other reason why you could crash is because of the skin. Yeah, that's the other reason why. So that's another reason why we could be crashing. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to use the skin. Okay, so I think it's the skin. Unfortunately, TCS, c'est la vie, adios amigos. Arrivederci, arrivederci. Hey, arrivederci is not adios. So we're going back. Oh, hope this autosave. Please. Playing quite well. Nice, I like your overloads. What's better between a fullback on attack or wingback on support? Well, okay, boss. When you use a fullback, right? A fullback is kind of cool because he doesn't bolt down Okay, a wingback will hug the line, will bolt down and dribble the ball. He's got runs more with the ball and all that stuff, right? So that's what a wingback does. A fullback, on the other hand, is I like the fullback because the fullback is a bit more cerebral. He doesn't always dribble down the flanks like a madman, right? He might hold up the ball, for example, right? So those are some of the things he might end up doing. So he might look for a player to release the pass to as well. He might play a pass between the wide midfielder and a striker if you're playing a 4-4-2, or in a 4-2-3-1, he might slip a ball in for the advance forward. So that's why I like the fullback. So if the thing about the wingback, I like the wingback if I had the right player for it. Very aggressive player, I won't say aggressive, meaning he's got acceleration, he's got he can dribble, he can attack space, he can help come back and defend, that kind of thing. I don't mind, right? It's a great option, but you have to have a good team. I feel that in a 4-2-3-1, you can use a wingback, but it's not entirely necessary. Yeah. But if you're not so sure about your own team, especially if you're very worried about whether that flank needs to be defended, a fullback would be a good option. If not, like why am I talking to him? I was supposed to send somebody to talk to him, right? I ended up talking to him myself. So yeah, fullback is a good option if you're not sure whether you can defend well, right? Defend that flank well. A 4-2-3-1 is naturally aggressive, so you don't really need wingback, but you can play with the wingback. It makes the system a lot more aggressive. Yeah, and it brings your a lot of options for supporting the two guys in midfield. So yeah, both work. Depends on the players that you have. Maybe the mix you done with the skin. Yeah, maybe. You got Kernel Panics on M1 MacBook. Really, holy shit, that's worse. Kernel Panic is bad, man. Oh, you gotta work again. All right, you have a great stream. Oh, you have a great day, Rick. Yeah, thanks for popping in. I should actually delete previous skins. That's the thing I didn't do, right? I'll do it later. I'll delete the skin later. I shouldn't keep previous versions of a skin. That's actually correct. When you have previous versions of the skin, you can have problems. So you shouldn't have previous versions. You should only have one version of the skin. That I forgot to do. That is a problem. Correct. Yeah, I forgot to do that. That's actually what might be causing the crashes. Can you set up a system using inverted wingbacks? First, you got to look for players that are good, right? You have to find players that have attributes to players that inverted wingback. For me, I mean, there are probably lots of ways people play the inverted wingback, but for me personally, inverted wingback, they need decisions and acceleration because they need to know when to overlap, when to underlap, and they need to understand. They need to know when to go wide and when to go narrow. And then they also need to understand when to come back and defend quickly because they're always in the center when you have possession of the ball. So decision making is very important. Acceleration is very important. And then you can set them up in any way, right? You can play like this. This is a safe approach. Roaming playmakers, I put inverted wing back here in this position where if the roaming playmaker ends up here, then at least I've got somebody here in this pocket. You can also set up inverted wingback with you can play two inverted wingbacks. I did an inverted wingback video. Alright, so explaining the role. You can play double inverted wingbacks, but then when you want to play two inverted wingbacks, you can have two DMs. It won't work. Right. Second thing is if you play narrow like a 4-1-3-2, like you got 4 here, you got 1 here, you got maybe 3 here, 2 strikers here, whatever, right? As long as you don't have any players here, you decide to play these guys in inverted wingback, it won't work because inverted wingbacks will start playing like wingbacks because all tactics need to have width. one way or the other, somebody's going to give it width. So if you have nobody else down the flanks, the inverted wingback will behave like a wingback. So yeah, so it depends on a whole set of circumstances. But it's kind of fun to play with inverted wingbacks. Okay, we got my turn. It's like I got a chance to try it again, man. Where's Mr. Singh? Sim Tandi, you coming with us? Joe Worrell's not playing. Can you do overload with Mazzala, inverted wingback, and inverted winger? Mazzala, inverted wingback, inverted. Okay, the only time I will not use an inverted wingback is with an inverted winger. It's my own personal taste because I think that there's some weirdness that happens when you have the two roles together. Because it's like, one can say the same thing about inside forward as well, but I find the inside forward because he drives in a lot, right? So it's not so bad. So he will attack the box, whereas the inverted winger doesn't seem likes to. He's more creative, right? He doesn't really attack the box as much as the inside forward, so he sits a lot more. Now that's the problem with the inverted wingback. The inverted wingback also likes to sit in the same place. So sometimes the two of them, there's some weirdness that happens. So I try not to use inverted wingback with inverted winger. If somebody can make it work really well, I'll be very interested to see your tactic, man. I'll be interested to see the video or a PKM. You love to see how I set up the Fulham squad. Oh yeah, once again, guys, you know, I don't replicate, right? I just want to be very clear. When I do my creating tactics, I don't replicate like exactly how they play. It's just different ways I can see them playing. Yeah. So I might turn somebody into a goalkeeper. So if you go PSG, I'll definitely turn Kylian Mbappe into a wingback, for example. So you might get very upset with me. I remember there was one time I did Arsenal and turned Mesut Ozil into a libero, and I had to deal with unhappy Arsenal fans. So I'm that kind of a player. To me, this is a game, right? So if Mesut Ozil gets really upset with me, don't play the game. It's just a game, man. Okay. Alright, we've got camera height and zoom. What the heck is going on? Sideline. Okay. You see, that's the thing, right? Then you have to use the trait, right? So I don't want to use the trait. Because the beauty about the inverted wingback, and this is the reason why I want to play inverted wingback. If you're going to have the inverted wingback hugging the line, then you are losing a lot of things from the inverted wingback. The inverted wingback will sometimes come inside, sometimes go out. So I love that part about the inverted wingback, which is why I like decision making for the inverted wingback. I was using this. Remember what I said? First game I wanted to attack them. I was wondering why suddenly I'm sitting on the back foot. I wasn't expecting to be on the back foot from the start of the game, and it was on key highlights. Thank God I noticed that transition. I got in with the wrong tactic. Wrong version of my 4-2-3-1. This is not good news. We could lose this game, man. Because somebody wasn't paying attention. Good block. Come on, yeah. Come on, Bal. Don't let Baldock shoot. Nice block, boys. Shearhouse leads the counter. Gets it to my turn. Oh, that's a real defensive effort from the Forest boys. Come on, my turn. The youngster goes round, goes down. How would you use a poacher as a solo striker? Oh, that's a good question. Poacher sits in the box, right? Okay. Wide tactics. I probably use it. I probably love to use a poacher in a wide tactic. 4-4-2, wide, a bit wide, attacking down the flanks, target man and poacher. Use a winger. That's how I like to use it. Because you have, but I wouldn't use a poacher in a narrow attacking with tactic. But I like to use a poacher in a wide attacking tactic with more space. So I might be able to pull fullbacks out of position. Yeah. Poachers kind of fun as well in the game. For me, the best, most fun I've had is with the target man. The most fun I've had. I haven't had this much fun with the target man. Oh, since God knows when, man. I mean, FM16 it was fun as well, but oh man, this is even better. Because now when they improved the focus play instructions, it became even more fun. I'm not happy. Come on, boys. We can do better than this. My turn to Yates. See, when Lyle, Taylor, and Louis Wing are not available, our team suddenly doesn't look the same anymore. I have to depend on this joker. It's almost like a pedestrian pace with these boys now. Libero in Neymar, right? That was hilarious. Because I see the game. When I play this game, I mean, everybody plays the game in different ways, right? So to you might want to accurately make them play, look, feel, smell like the real thing. That's the way you enjoy it. So you probably are gonna get quite frustrated when certain things don't happen in the game. Life is too short for me, man. I don't treat the game that way. I treat the game as a fun thing. It's a game after GAME. It's not LIFE. Okay? So for me, it's a game. So I have as much fun as I can with it. So if I can turn them into, make them play a funky, different kind of a system, I will. I've even played without defenders once. Yeah, just for the fun of it. My turn for Da Costa. What happened to my turn? That was fast. Given everything he has. Never seen that before. Oh, he's given everything he has, boss. He can't do this anymore. He's going down, sir. He's going down, sir. Does anyone know how to limit the touches your opponents get in the box? I mean, my thirds in last games consider more than weight. Oh, limiting the touches in the box, I guess the best way is for you to play a middle block, high up the pitch. Control midfield. You limit touches in your box by making it harder for them to play in your box, right? So you want to have more possession. That's the easiest way. And then controlling the game in midfield. And then your aggression has to be further up the pitch, right? So you're playing a middle block or a high block because you want to make it, you don't want to give them too much time to build up play in your box. Nice block. Oh, no. Good sons. You're very nice. The Forest boys defending supremely well. SI made defending too easy. Cancelo was insane yesterday. Guardiola doing more than IVB. Cancelo was the most playmaker. Yeah. I didn't see the game. I had to watch the game. Yeah, because Guardiola has his half spaces. He loves playing the half spaces. He loves controlling the half spaces. Tactics, pass into space. Where are we? Come on, let's go. It's now punching festival. This is gonna be a dogfight. Come on, boys. They're 4-2-4 versus the 4-2-3-1. Come on, give me a chance. Give me a chance. Come on, it's gonna be who wants to give up the space first. Oh, that's it. I'm given now. This is like 50-50. Come on, boys. Short free kick. I just consider. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's going to be conversations in the next couple of days. Trust me about this. I asked as I wrote to SI asking about it as well. This is a short free kick, FYI. Yes, if FM can do it, I can do it too. Did you just see my short free kick? If the AI can do it, I can do it too. Check this out. Short free kick time. But this is a very, very interesting short free kick. Okay, guys, watch this, okay? This is my short free kick. Yeah, watch this free kick. Oh man, I love this. We have to watch it from a sideline view. No, sideline view. Okay, done. Okay, 2D classic. Okay, watch this, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to my short free kick? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and check. 7. Figueiredo, the defender, scores the goal. I don't get how this happened. All right, it's not like we can choose, oh, you stand here, you stand here, you stand here, you stand here, you stand there. All I did was short free kick. Let's see the short free kick after this. That's the short wide, right? We'll see the short wide very, very soon. Okay. Pacinato claims the ball. And it goes to Da Costa. Da Costa is almost brought down. Okay. Figueiredo to Pantovic. Pantovic plays to Baldock. Nice defending. Lolly is it? Okay, we'll take Lolly off. Lolly is important. We'll put this guy on. Da Costa can't get there. Get behind the ball. Get behind the ball. Nice. Timing, right? Test timing, man. You complain about short free kick, I give you short free kick. 2 babies. 2 set pieces, 2 goals. Figueiredo with 2 goals on the day. On the day he does it, man. Set piece exploit. It's not really a set piece exploit. You think I did that intentionally? All right, here we go. Figueiredo with 2 goals right at the death. All right, so so far, if this is the first time I think I've scored from a short free kick like that, right? So let's see the tactic. Set piece free kicks, attack. This is my direct ones. This is the wide. So I created this wide one where I've got this guy passing. That's all I do. Then I got defender waiting inside the box. How he ended up here, I have no clue. So what must have happened is I took the short free kick. There must have been a reset, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I had no idea how it worked the way it worked. Then we got another one here deep. Same principle again. No idea how it worked the same way. And we scored a goal. It's like this guy ends up here. This guy ends up here. It's a really weird thing. Rear guard action. Yeah, that was really a solid defensive performance. And we are still within touch of the leaders. Does Pep have Mahrez and Sterling as inverted wingers? I think inside forwards. Wait, inside forwards, not inverted wingers. More like inside forwards, but they stay wide. They start from wider positions, which is something we can't do. What you can do is you can come in here, stay wider. Then you get a Pep instruction for him. So he sits wider, he sits in this position, then he comes in after that. Right? So that's what you can do to get the effect. So what I would do to replicate, okay, if I wanted to replicate Man City, it'll be a 4-1, 4-3-3 DM. Invert inside forward, inside forward, inside forward. Okay. Both of them inside forward, both of them staying wider. Then both of them attacking like this. Inverted wingback, inverted wingback. Basically like liquid. Or you can play them as wingers with the car inside trade, which is I've done before as well. That's another role that will stay wide. Because during the transition point, right, when they bring the ball to midfield, those two boys are on the touchlines. They're not anywhere inside. They're on the touchline. So that's what you want to try and achieve to get the same effect. It's liquid again from last season, but you need a really exceptional team to pull it off because you're looking at players with very good off the ball. My attempt to apply the principles of total football into 4-4-2 is set up like this. IBB, BPD, CD, IBB. Divide midfielder, Mazzala, Carrero. Mazzala, Carrero. Yeah, see, I wouldn't play inside, but I play in wing. I also would play a winger. 4-3-3 DM would be wingers. That's the best. Then you get a lot of movement in your tactic as well. Why would you want to set up a 4-4-2 with a Mez and a Carrero in the middle? It's I would go roaming playmaker, and I'll go roaming playmaker in the middle with at least a central midfielder on support. If you're going to do inverted wingback, roaming playmaker, maybe the other guy can be a central midfielder on attack as well. Then you can play with wingers. You can play with a wide midfielder as well. Front two rows definitely complete forward. One complete forward. Maybe the other one could be a trequartista. Think about total football is you need a lot of movement, right? So you want to generate it with roles with a fair bit amount of creative freedom. Yeah. But I wouldn't, you won't get a lot of movement in the tactic. In fact, your tactic might be quite static because Nascimento, you got IVB, BPD, IVB, wide midfielder. Okay, he's going to be static. And then the Mazzala is going to go leave the center. Your IVB is going to be in the middle holding the fort. I get the logic there. But what I would do as well is you can make the Mazzala go on attack duty. Wide midfielder sit narrow. The Carrero is the only question here. Yeah, then you're expecting to see your wide midfielders also move, but the problem is your inverted wingback is good. You would also like to see him go down the flanks, but your inverted wingbacks are going to be there. Wow, that's complicated, man. The other way of doing it is to get your inverted wingbacks to play on the wrong foot. Then what they'll do is they'll come inside like that instead of going out. Yeah, I go like trequartistas. I use wingers. Have you tried the strikers? The strikers, you can go complete forward trequartista. Much nicer. You get a lot of you get a lot of movement in your tactic. That's the thing about total football. You want a lot of movement and everybody swapping positions. Yeah, you won't get it with wide midfielders in the tactic though. You need to think about your roles and duties a bit more. Yeah. Okay, training. Is it? Have we gone out of this schedule? Training schedules. Are we alright? Calendar. Because I remember we crashed, right? I knew it. Okay, so we've got this. I'm not gonna bother. I'm too lazy to change that. So we're gonna save the game first. Yeah, Spurs bottom of the table, man. No idea. They've been having a terrible time. Look at this. Spurs, Burnley 0-0. They couldn't beat Burnley. They drew against us. They got off to a terrible start to the season. We played a part in it. They drew against Burnley. They couldn't beat Nottingham Forest. They lost to Sheffield United. Managed to bounce back against Leicester. Then they lost to City. Then Başakşehir, they beat them in the Europa League. Then lost to Fulham. They got their priorities all wrong, man. Instead of getting good results in the league, they're getting good results in the Europa League and in the EFL Cup. And then they get knocked out by Brighton in the EFL Cup. They lost to Leeds 6-0. They lost to Brentford 2-0. That in the Europa League, they qualified Okay, that's not too bad. Ah, goodness, they just drew against Watford as well. Oh, Mourinho is he still a manager? Well, this is gonna be a hot topic, man. I think this must be they must have programmed when they created Mourinho the manager and attached to the team, they must have given the self-destruct button as well. So whenever it's Mourinho, team self-destructs. Let's see if they go Mourinho. Caretaker manager Chris Powell. Mourinho's been fired. Jose Mourinho lasted until November of 21. 21st of November and then got fired. Yeah, we just got fired. Chris Powell has taken over. Mourinho is gone. Yeah, positional play is cooler. I like positional play a bit more. But you can. I have to go and revisit my Holland tactic very soon. Yeah, for most players, Nenad, it's going to be work rate, stamina, natural fitness. Natural fitness is only important if you are playing the same player. Okay, natural fitness is great if you want to be able to play the player on Wednesday and on Saturday again. That's where natural fitness becomes important. Because it helps with your recovery rate between games. Nottingham Forest get Liverpool in the FA Cup. Oh, this is going to be epic. That's going to be epic. That is going to be epic. Hey, 23 training calendar. Sorry, boys. We're going youth now. I didn't want to do this with a youth team. It's not going to get very hands-on. I want to get hands-on with my youth team this season. So let's see. This is all done. Calendar. Oh, there we go. Complete youth. I wish there was a one button, set all training schedules to this. Done. Okay. Round data on the left will not work on my tactic. No. Round data on the right maybe, but not on the left. Doesn't work. This round data cannot work here. Because you don't want a round data. You want somebody to hold up the ball. The idea behind creating overloads is this, right? You create an overload so that somebody can exploit the play on the other side. So that's why I have a focus play, because focuses has a more intense attacking focus on this side, meaning that more passes are being completed. You get more focus on the passes here. So a lot of the passing is going on this area of the pitch. What this does in turn with the overlap is it creates like an overload as well. So I'm using an overlap to reduce his mentality. So it's going to be actually closer to the RPM. RPM has been told to sit narrow. Okay? Did I tell him to sit narrow? I didn't tell him to sit narrow. Did I tell this guy to sit narrow? Yeah, I told this guy to sit narrow. So he's sitting narrow. So he is going to be somewhere around here. So with the overlap, his mentality is lower. Balance. So it affects his initial positioning. Yeah. So this creates this congregation here, right? So a lot of players are stuck here. They draw quite a few players here. This creates space for this guy to attack and this guy to attack. Profetto versus Klopp. Oh man, coming up, right? Burnley. No, I go. Where's my Manchester City game? I'm gonna. I look. I felt this game. This game, I barely made it out of there in one piece, man. Last time Klopp and me went head to head. I played this attacking system, thinking that I might do okay. Man, I barely made it out of there. I was so excited that the game finished 3-3. We had to come up with a late equalizer for that. So tomorrow, hopefully Lyle, Taylor, and Wing are available, man. So far we have to wing it. Do you think two Mazalas can work on this setup? No. This setup, two Mazalas here, no, it won't work. Because the Mazala is gonna go into the half space here. Maybe no, it won't work. Because I need this white target man to lay it off to a creative player to play the crossfield diagonal, like a magnet. Instead of playing forward, so playing to him, I want him to play to him. So he's close to him, right? So he's like a roaming playmaker. It's like a ball magnet. So Jerry's trying to pass the ball to him and he's got an option. And I need this player to anchor this side because we've got this guy attacking the space. These two guys are always going to be attacking space. In fact, these three are all attacking space. So you need a fairly conservative right flank here. For me, I mean, for my players. I mean, if you have the players for it, then you should try whatever you can think of, your combination. But for my players, it was too risky. So I gotta hope I value this a lot. This holds this position. And this is not so, not going crazy. Why am I not playing out from the back? Because I don't want to play out from the back. My team isn't good enough to play out the back in the Premiership. We run into trouble Monday to Sunday. Some more, the other reason why I'm not playing out of the back is because I'm also playing a white target man, right? So this is a different setup. So what will happen is sometimes this guy kicks. It's like we don't waste too much time passing the ball. This guy passes it to him. This guy passes it to him. This guy then passes it to him and they score. Sometimes this guy plays one ball straight up to him. He holds out the ball, passes it to him, bang, another goal. So I get very quick transitions with some of my goals. So yeah, there's no need to play out. I don't want to play out defense for the sake of playing out a defense. No. I need to sometimes score very good goals on a counter. Or rather, good goals on a break. Right? So, good goals in transition. I need to score fast goals in transition. What am I saying? Seriously? So if I play our defense, the transitions might take too long. Yeah. For us, we're underdogs. We're not that good yet. Taylor comes up here. Okay, Maiton. Maiton can play on the right. Okay. Shearhouse, Pantovic. Where's Wing? Wing's still injured. 6 days to go. Oh no, we don't need Louis Graban. Right, here we go. Premier League home tactic. We're gonna use this. Okay. Third round, not too bad. United haven't played Middlesbrough. My under 18 is still there. We're still in the competition. Man, this is not too bad. Okay. Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach is still up there. But look at the lead that Bayern Munich have now. 7 points. Schalke, they're in the relegation zone. So we've got a lot of shocking teams in the relegation zone. Ciro Immobile, 8 goals. Let's look at the things like key tackles, right? Where people always talk about key tackles. No one is getting key tackles. These are fully simulated leagues. Right, so player detail, defending, key tackles. Numbers all been simulated in a fully simulated league, right? So Chelsea's Lampard scoops November manager of the man. So in the game, He's doing quite well, sir. Chelsea's Lampard is still there. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still at Manchester. Chippermonger Profetto is at Nottingham Forest. So it's three horse race. Do you always use focus play when I want to build overlaps? Yes, right. And overloads, I will do that, but not always. No, I won't always use overloads or overlaps, right? Sometimes I have tactics which are just simple old-fashioned tactics, but a lot of my tactics have a focus play in it. A lot of my tactics have focus play, especially in FM21, because a lot of overloads are happening with focus play. So you don't have to worry about, having to think about break your brains about, you don't have to sit down there and just go, what rules am I going to use to create a natural overload? You just get overloads happening with focus play. Brilliant. Love it. Sim Tandi, should we play? We should give him a chance to play. Okay, all right. All right, boys, let's go. Lyle Taylor, you just came back from full fitness. Yeah, actually, it's a good idea to bring Graban. Oh, okay. Cover role. It can. What are my thoughts on this guy being a cover role because inverted wingback? It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad shout to use a cover. It's not bad. I'm thinking of a reason not to, right? So I know that it's a good option, but I sometimes don't like. I know it's a good option to use it, especially if you've got an inverted wingback sitting so high up, right? Then use this defender as a cover so he doesn't commit. But the problem then becomes if somebody comes this way, how are my two defenders going to react? So if this guy goes first, if the non-covering defender goes first, then I worry about the potential mess in my defense. But it's not a bad option. Look at where my defender is right now. I don't even know where my defender is. Where the hell is my defender? This is Yates, this is Tandy, this is my fullback. Look at... okay, seriously. Don't know what my boys are doing. Look at the fluidity in this. Seriously, these guys are confusing me. We must have just had a set piece. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. McKenna is here. So it doesn't really... To me, I'm fine with it, right? So the distance is fine. I don't want him... I need this guy to help protect this flank, right? And I've got... My problem is I've got a very attacking right side. If I have a situation where this guy has to step out too early, then I might be in trouble. Right, so that's the reason why I don't want this guy to be on cover. I prefer this setup. I just think that the cover thing might be a problem for our tactic if I use it. And for the last couple of years, although I've known that cover is an option, I've never used it. I stopped using it completely in the game. The only time I use cover is when I play a 3-man defense. I don't use it for a flat 4. Yeah. Oh, yes. For not so good teams, what attributes you recommend for fullbacks? Still, the attributes are still the same. Footballing intelligence. Just get those attributes. I don't know what you want to do is you want to focus on anticipation. Because if your boys are not very good at tackling, you want them to be very good at reading the game and being very fast. That's it. So that you don't have to depend on, like my team is not a very good team. So I focus instead on acceleration. I focus on footballing intelligence. I focus on players who are smart enough to, I know man for man, we're not faster than other teams, and we're not going to out tackle them. So I just, create a tactic where my players, I look for players with, every player here has got anticipation. Now, this guy has got not that much, but he's acceleration, right? So he's fast. This guy's got anticipation, 13. 13 is decent for the Premiership, but not good enough to beat Man City yet. Scott McKenna, anticipation 14. So my lineup 14, 13. Normally these are the players that are playing, right? Then Anthony Robinson, when I signed him, anticipation 11. Has anticipation, has some concentration, but I signed him because he's got acceleration. At least he makes it up, right? He doesn't have the mental attributes, but at least has the physical attributes. So what you want to do is you want to look at the two attributes together, right? Anticipation, concentration, and then acceleration. If you can't get anticipation, you can't get concentration, get acceleration, that kind of thing. So you want to focus on your footballing intelligence attributes at all costs. That's the most important attributes for me, the whole combination. I find that once you get the majority of your players with like these 5 attributes, right? Anticipation, concentration, decision making, right? You're fine. Especially anticipation, concentration, especially for defending, I find that it's okay. Then if you don't have that, then it becomes your acceleration. They recover from their mistakes, right? You need acceleration so that they can recover quickly. So far, so good. Come on, Lyle Taylor, back from long break. We need you scoring goals again. And anticipation, concentration also influence your team in attack as well. What? Yes! We are playing like Forrest, man. This reminds me of Forrest from long ago. One touch passing. What a goal, guys. We've done it again. We're scoring it. Have I? Yes, I made tactics with no-nonsense fullbacks before. No-nonsense fullbacks, very useful for those... okay. They will hoof the ball up. They're very defensive. You can create like but you're going to have a lot of hoofing the ball, right? They don't run down the flanks. You can create like now... This 4-4-2, right? This 4-2-3-4. Very easy. He just goes no-nonsense fullback. No-nonsense fullback. That's it. These guys are not going to run up anymore. Right? Okay, what I can do is affect their initial positioning. So it's now slightly higher. To see out the last 20 minutes of the game. That's how you think about no-nonsense fullback. They're not going to run, but you can affect, like I'm using a 4-2-3-1, right? So with a 4-2-3-1, I can get them to be positioned slightly higher up the pitch. Now it's going to affect my tactic, of course. See how they position themselves now? They don't overcommit, okay? When they get the ball, they just, they're not going to, I'm not going to get like a lot of dribbling going on. This is now the important part. How we get, comprehensive. You can't see it. Making me nervous as well. Okay, where's my no-nonsense fullback? He's here. He doesn't overcommit, right? He doesn't end up so far up the pitch that we run into trouble. I like short free kicks and short corners when I'm a weak team. See this? Sort of check. This is what a no-nonsense fullback. I don't know whether you noticed it. Watch this, right? Okay. Ball comes, he's going backwards, then goes forward, then goes back again. Right? No nonsense fullbacks, they are very good if you don't want to overcommit your fullbacks. You want to keep them back. So I see a lot of people playing like low defensive line. Why are you playing low defensive line? Just play the no nonsense fullback. Like, look at this. Look at his positioning. Right. Now they just protect the flanks. They don't run too far, but it's a great way to set up. You can even play a 4-2-3-1 like this. Right? But when you play a 4-2-3-1 like this, your biggest worry is how do I get the ball to my attackers? Because the no-nonsense fullback are not going to run down the flanks. Right? So your ball... the players in the middle become very important. The roaming playmaker becomes very important. The central midfielder and defense becomes important. So my important players are RPM, CMD, and ball playing defender. So we have to make sure that we can get the passes through them and out. So this is the reason why I have a wide target man in my system. It gives me all these kind of options when I play. But now we're not as dominating as we were earlier. But now we're defensively more rugged, and I'm willing to do that. But you notice one thing, the opposition are playing with a very conservative formation. But I don't get a lot of, I'm not overextending my fullbacks right now. I'm not overlapping them. I don't get my fullbacks into position. I don't get that one touch passing goal kind of thing happening anymore. Right. So yeah, you can't use no-nonsense fullbacks like that. So that's how you can set it up like this. Because defensive, like maybe you're playing against a 4-2-4, right? They switch to a 4-2-4, I go into this. That's one option. Was I playing with this? I think so. Yeah, I think I was. Oh, Sim Sing Tandi comes in 6.9. Thank you very much, man. Now you see, now you'll notice this guy is going to pass and then he's going to make himself available. Hey, this is the beautiful thing about the fullback on support, right? With his ability, he will sometimes play those kind of passes instead of running down the flanks, which is the reason why I like that role a bit more than the wingback role right now. Because if you can set up your tactic with players attacking space, it's kind of nice. Instead of depending on players to go down the byline to do the crosses that get blocked. Ooh, forcing the keeper into a save. That was nice. Okay, we're gonna... Lyle Taylor, we're gonna take him off. He scored another goal. We don't want him to get injured. Louis Graban, he can go. You know, since you bothered to come, you just get a chance to lace your shoes and get out there. Yeah? My God, I just took him off! Damn it! Louis Graban fell over as he went to the pitch, man. I just put him on. Holy cow, he just went on and he got injured. Sheesh. No, I hope not, man. I hope they don't add any new roles. I mean, I want them to get me the underlapping central defender, but even then also I'm not screaming bloody murder like, oh, we need it desperately. That's not going to change the game that much, I think. I don't think we need a new roles. I think they should just work on the roles that they have and make them work well. Please, get enough of the new roles. Can we just fix all the shit that hasn't been fixed yet? Right? Like wide free kicks. The fact that we can't... the AI has this... has a short free kick routine that we can't replicate in the game. Fix the things that need to be fixed, right? Okay, I'll show you the other thing that needs to be fixed. Where is it? Fix this, please. Please fix all the stuff that hasn't been fixed yet. Thank you very much. Don't add new roles. Don't give me new shit. Make the old shit that doesn't work properly work better. Let's get that sorted. I'm not a big fan of the current game is okay, but there's so many things that they have to get right. right? So yeah, don't give me new shit. You give me new shit, you see how my reaction is gonna be very classic. If I wanted to review FM21, right, right now, give you a rating for FM21, it's a 6 out of 10, because it would have been a 9 out of 10 had they fixed all that shit. Okay, things that were outstanding that never got done. If they had done all that, the match engine is a 9 out of 10 for me. For me, the match engine is a 9 out of 10. Sailing, beautiful match engine. I love it so much. But data, for me, the new gen problem, the new gen issue that other streamers have raised, that's also got to do with the fact that they're playing the database with 320,000 players, when the database can only handle 125k. As I don't see the problem with the new gens that they claim. I've got a save that's holiday modding until the year 2200, so we'll find out more on new gens later. And then the match preparation is still bugs from 2017. The unmarked guy coming in from the wider positions is still happening since 2008, 2009. So yeah, fix that first, okay? Tottenham offer me a job. Oh my goodness. Sir, I am managing Nottingham Forest. Within a season of managing Nottingham Forest, I got them promoted. Spurs have come to me and asked whether I will take the helm at Spurs. So basically, they want me to do a Harry Houdini, save them, but it's not fair. I mean, if I take over at Spurs this December 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, it's too easy. It's 3 points only. The gap is only 3 points. And they got 2 games in hand. If they don't clear relegation. Yeah, I think the best for me, the best roles in FM21 right now is the fullback. The fullbacks are the best. Wingbacks are so. I mean, I don't really like wingbacks so much. Should I attend the interview and leave Nottingham Forest? No, I should not. I came here to do something, which win the Champions League. Thank you very much. But do you want to respond? Why did you decline Tottenham's invitation of an interview? I declined you too. I'm not going to take the Spurs job. Is it possible for a team to play with Lewandowski and Kane? 2 complete forwards in the same team? Why not? Play Lewandowski as an advanced forward and play Harry Kane as a complete forward on attack. Yeah, it can work. You'll be playing a 4-4-2 all the way until the cows come home. Yeah. That's it. You'll be playing with one hell of a 4-4-2. You got 2 of the world's best strikers there. We've arranged a recruitment meeting to determine our strategy. Oh my goodness. This is going to be fun. I don't know what my strategy is going forward except get to Europe. I haven't made any long-term plans. So let's see. What do I want to say to these people? Yeah, this is my long-term plans. We want to go into Europe. Get me a place I can find to do the job. I wish that was the case, man. Why do I have to do all the thinking? Can't you do it for me? Sign players under the age of, so far, whatever. Work within wage budget, okay, fine. Done with that. Inside far right for the first team. There is interest in Joe Lawley, so it may be worth, really, there's interest in Joe Lawley? Who wants him? Definitely let him go. Okay, 2023, that's 2 seasons more. Shit, I'm not giving him a new contract. Okay, let's get started. There's interest in Scott McKenna. Yeah, they can all have these players. Really. If they want these players, they can have them. But no, I mean, I like Joe Lawley, but seriously, but he's not. Let's see the reports. We got Ruben Vargas, 23-year-old striker. I don't want to see this. Lack only real strength, versatility, big match, enjoys, fairly consistent. Nice. Wow. How much is he? 5 million. Okay. End meeting. Don't waste my time. My staff are coming up with recommendations that I'm not interested in. We have 9 million in the wage budget. The first thing you come up with is a 6 player I can't possibly afford. This is the other thing about recruitment meetings I don't like. Okay, I wish that we had a mode, because the only time I get those kind of offers, right? Okay, is if I go in there and I set the parameters. But I wish that we could set the parameters for the recruitment meetings before I go in. That means if you're going to have a recruitment meeting, right, there is a universal standard, right? There's like a universal setting, a global setting at the top of the game that tells the game, all right, I want the now, because they got typically now as an option, right, in the game. If you go to recruitment meetings, they'll tell you you will be able to choose a player that fits your budget, the average budget of the league, or there's no budget for the player. That means they will give you a 30 million player, and you can't afford it, but since you asked for it, we'll show it to you. Those options are available, but only when you go into a meeting, right? Only when the first couple of options fail. So why do I want to sit down for the first couple of options for? So I rather not. So that's what I mean. So recruitment meetings can improve for next year. So I'm still going to go and do my own strategy to shortlist players. So I've got all this. So we've got these players shortlisted already. So I'm looking at strikers. I looked at this player, John Bautista, earlier this season. For next season. So we got a couple of players. Then got defenders. We got a couple of players as well. So we looked at this guy, Boskakali, but we are using him as a fullback on the left. Yeah. He's got very good passing. You much prefer 21 to 20. 21 is good. I mean, I love the engine, but I just don't like the UI. The matchday experience just not for me. And the fact that we have a few issues that not resolved from previous editions of the game. That's how I feel, though. Yeah. But wingbacks have always been aggressive. That's the wingbacks will always be aggressive in the game. Yeah. But if you want a wingback to get good ratings in the game, you can 100%. You can get 7.28 for wingbacks as well. But it won't be this formation. It'll be a different formation. Or this guy has to be on a support duty and this guy is a wingback. Then he'll do okay. So there has to be some setups. My 4-4-2 has got wingbacks. The wingbacks consistently do like 7s, 8s. It's possible. You gotta set them up in such a situation that they don't have to dribble past the player, right? They're gonna try and dribble, but then they will look for someone to pass. However, having said that, yes, wingbacks still do dribble quite a lot. It's like more like you gotta create conditions for them not to dribble instead of them looking up and making the right decision, if that makes any sense, right? Yeah. Set pieces. Yeah, set pieces. I wish the set pieces, we had more options for set pieces. It's still the same thing from, yeah, it's still the same thing from like a long time ago. I wish the set piece creator was separated from the tactics module, right? Right now, the set piece creator and the tactics module are married like at the hip. Yeah. I want the set piece creator to be completely different so that they can improve the set piece creator. But the problem because the set piece creator and the tactics module have to talk. Right? That's the issue. So I can understand where they are coming from because the match engine and tactics need to be linked. But I'm asking whether or not we can set the tactics up with specific players. That means at the moment when we're going to set pieces, right, we have to set the roles, right? Okay. I want to be able to set it by the players. That means I have a drop down, okay, and then there's like a drop down, and then I choose this, like, this position is always going to be maybe McKenna, as a central defender on the left, and then we got, if McKenna is not available, I want this guy to be marking this position. If this guy is not available, I want this guy to be marking it. So I'll list all the players who are supposed to be in that position. It's a lot more work, and I guess some people might like it, some people won't like it. Some people might like it, some people might hate it. The reason why I like it is because I only have to do it once the entire season when I have a tactic. I don't have to do it again after that. So when the next tactic comes, when I change tactics, McKenna will know he's supposed to come here. So if it's a 5-3-2, McKenna will know. If I'm playing with 3 defenders, then McKenna and another defender might be here. So it's because the positions are always going to be. It's not like you got 13 positions for one set piece and 15 positions for another set piece, right? So it doesn't make any sense. So I find that if I set it by players, it'll be much more easier. I know people say you can use this, but this doesn't matter, right? The moment you change tactics, you got to redo it again. Because the players will change their positions in a different tactic. So it's bloody annoying. But we'll see. We'll see. Save Spurs? I don't want to save Spurs. I'm not going to be with... Yeah. What would you recommend for someone struggling to get hooked into a save? If you're struggling right now, ask yourself one fundamental question. Did you bite off more than you could chew? Right? Was the challenge too big for you? That's the first thing. I would pick a club that is not for me personally speaking, if I was new to this game, don't pick your favorite club. First thing, be very frustrating. It is the worst thing in the world, right? You pick your favorite club and you're Spurs and you're in the relegation zone, so don't do that. Don't pick a lower league challenge as well. Don't go there. Just don't even go there. Because if you're first time struggling, definitely not the place to go. Pick a club that's expected to finish in mid-table. Pick an enjoyable experience. A team that can grow with you. As you improve, the team improves. That makes a lot more sense. So if you take a team at the top, they're already the best in the world, and you go to them as a new manager trying out the game and you don't do so well, hey man, that's going to be painful as hell. So yeah, my advice is go to Scotland, take Celtic or Rangers, have fun with them. Challenge in domestically is going to be there, right? There is no challenge domestically rather, but if you go to Europe, there's a challenge. Or go to Holland, pick somebody like PSV Eindhoven, manage them. Right? Not a difficult challenge, but interesting because you'll do well in that league. When you go to Europe, you have to get better as time goes on. Portugal is not a bad option. Porto is not a bad option, or Sporting Portugal is not a bad option in Portugal as well. So pick those kind of clubs, right? Clubs that finish 4th, 5th, right? That kind of thing. You've been safe hopping. Yeah, if you're safe hopping, it means you're bored. If you're bored, then give yourself a challenge. We're doing a challenge, the Kashim Pasha safe, which is we have a challenge which is very enjoyable. To try and win you have a goal to win the FA Cup, then be hired by a top team, the top team in a 3.5 reputation league, and then use that team to win the Champions League. So very specific conditions for you to meet. So I find it's actually quite challenging, quite fun, because none of them are straightforward. Yeah. So find something, right? So I do that as well. I use the youth one after they have gained tactical familiarity, I go all the way with the complete training schedule. Let's see your best players. My best players in this club, really, not many. These are my best. I got one guy is injured, then Louis Wing. This is my best player. my playmaker. Right, so this is the guy I'm using. Then my target man is this guy. Jumping reach is only 12, but I want him for his strength. So he's got some vision. I like the vision, the passing, the vision, and the decision making. So that's the reason why he's playing as a target man. Because the white target man doesn't have to be the greatest in the air. Then my advanced forward. This is the top scorer in England right now. He is currently the top scorer in England. There we go. Lyle Taylor, leading English league charts with 12 goals. Then my defenders, still the Nottingham Forest defenders. I don't know if you guys are used to watching me stream. I normally don't go out there and go crazy over signing players. We didn't sign anybody in the first season. Except for Simranjit Singh Tandi. Couldn't resist signing him. Beside him, this Indian boy is now playing for us. So he's been performing quite well, 6.9. Last season, he joined us and played 14 matches. So he's playing a bit better than he did last season. Yeah. Then we got, we got Yates playing here. All right, let's go. Yeah, I sometimes lose interest quite quickly as well. You're not the only one who loses interest in the game. I think I do too. I always have to keep myself going after a while. Like, this is not so bad. When I was playing back in the days of Championship Manager or like FM8, FM9, I stopped playing the game after 2 months. First Indian player in the Premier League. Records broken, I also say. I'm so proud of the boy. First Indian national player. First product of the Indian. Yeah, I know. I stopped saying. I'm gonna stop saying things before I sound stupid. Already sound so stupid. Okay, so my Ruben Neves, then Donker out of. Oh my goodness, I'm playing this team. They're attacking. Dude. Oh, this. They're coming at you. They're gonna score first, man. Oh my god, these guys are so good. We got Joe Lolly with the corner. Shearhouse. Back to Lolly. It's Pantovic. It's another goal from a short corner routine. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? What a goal. This is our short corner routine, guys. 1-2 buck on my shoe. Shearhouse back to him. And passes it out. And he comes in and slides it home. All set up for... Yes, that was that I'm proud to say it was intentional. I'm proud to say that it's intentional. Short corner routine, right? Very easy to set up. Lurk outside area, lurk outside area. Put your two best short corner long shot specialists here. Play shot to this guy. 1-2 buck on my shoe to this two. And then these are your decoys in the box. They're all being marked. So send your jumpers to the box, and a striker to the box. They mark them. MLS is... I need help with MLS as well. Yeah. I get confused by the rules in the MLS. MLS is fun. I mean, especially with a lot of the young American talent showing up, right? I got bored in FM16 I played with the MLS, but I got really bored because I couldn't really do like academy challenges. Like I can't depend on youth players and the like. So I lost interest. Very quickly I lost interest. So if that has been fixed with MLS, then I don't mind going back. Yeah. How do you deal with crosses when you have short centre backs? Oh. Okay, you allow them to. Wow, that's a tough question because okay, when you have short centre backs, I had the same problem when I play with short teams. When you have short central defenders, you kind of want to make it harder for them to defend the flanks, right? But sometimes what I like to do is you gotta play with players that have got good footballing intelligence. They can read the game, but if they are short, they can't deal with crosses. So you make it harder for teams to get the first cross in. But now I'm in trouble. See that? You can't do it. You can't win all the way. I mean, the other option is for you to go and like mark the flanks, for example, or use a formation that doesn't do that. Like I've got a formation which is like a 4-1-4-1, right? Or 4-3-3. This is a very attacking formation. I'm done for. There's no way I can defend that because my defenders are short. So you don't play first out. You don't play with a 4-2-3-1 if you got short players. What was the tactic I was using? Diablo, right? Diablo was built for this team. I created Diablo because this team could do with a Diablo system. Because then I have like guys that I can set my system to defend wide. So they tackle and they prevent the corners from coming in. But it's because I felt itchy. I wanted to, I was just itching to get an AF to score a lot of goals. So I know this tactic can do that. But I took a risk with it. So what you want to do is you want to play with a system like last season's Diablo that I did, which was wrong. This is different. This is all your tactics. Getting ready for tonight's show, man. There we go. This is the Diablo away, right? So I can't change my tag. Can I? Yeah. So Diablo away. So I did this. So when I set it up like that, what happens when I set up the tactic like this is I make it harder for teams to come down my flanks. Right? I got this guy protecting the flank. I got this guy protecting the flank. So they can't really cross a lot. They got to beat me on the cross unless I allow them to come in, right? This was forcing the opposition on side. We can also do it like this. Then you make it harder. So you encourage them to come inside. So they drive with the defenses. Then you beat them on the tackle. Instead of you having to deal with crosses. So you have to set it up in a different way. You can't play certain formations if your team cannot hit the danger away. So, yeah. So if I were you, if I had that problem, either you start playing very high up the pitch. That means I'm going to go get a bit more aggressive. I can't defend against them. So I've got to become aggressive. Then I have to outscore the opposition. That's it. We can't beat Wolves, man. With 2 set pieces alone. Oh, thank God Robinson right there. Oh, that's a great goal. Very nice. Connor Cody outside Liverpool. I think he's still playing. Let's just check. It's only been 1 season, so I think he should still be there. There he is. No, he's not. Where's Cody, man? I don't see Cody playing. Nice block. I think he may be sold, yeah. We'll check after this game. Connor Cody is a cool defender. I like him as well. I want to return to MLS. Yeah, less like me, Jahid. I have this itch now with tactics, right? I gotta make a new tactic almost every week. I get bored very quickly, then I gotta make a new tactic after that. Yeah, Joe Worrell is playing well. Figueiredo's got a yellow card. Lyle Taylor is not scoring. Come on, guys. Okay, Bachiru. Nice work. Lolly. Come on, lead the charge. He leads the charge. He shoots. Oh, forces Patricio into a save. Another shot corner. Come on. Lolly's been blocked. He couldn't, they managed to block him from a pass, putting the ball at the top of the box. Analysis tab in the match panel. No, mine is a custom skin. Rather the in-between match highlights mods. I got it from the SI forums. Then I replaced the panels in this skin with my own. But shouldn't it be on your skin if you're using a default skin? The default skin has it, right? Come on, Worrell, thank God he handled that. Okay. It's only 10 more minutes to go. Can the Forest boys hang on? Who's playing quite well? Kai Shearhouse, not so well. Taylor, not so well. We gotta encourage the boys. This is the attacking version of the tank thing. Oh no. 10 minutes to go. Highlight, wrong one. Come on, Panto. Panto, go Panto, go Panto, go Panto. You need a new contract, is it? Prove it! The set piece master. I am the set piece master. Oh my goodness. We scored one goal from an attacking set piece and another goal from defending a set piece. Yeah. Oh man, come on. Damn it, they scored from a set piece too. Shit, it's 2-2. This is a great game, man. I'm using a panel that I downloaded from the SI forums made by Michael Murray. Right, that is an in-between match highlights panel. So what happens is halftime, right? The panels that you see are replaced by the panels that I downloaded. So it has those the tabs you're talking about, yeah. Moon Seon Min gets inside. Moon Seon Min shoots. Oh boy, 6.6. Though I got no substitution strategy because the guys on the bench are not good enough. Right. Jenkinson. Shearhouse. Hits it. Ruben Neves read the danger. I couldn't get it to my couldn't get it to the playmaker. So he's gonna try again, Pasinato. What's the craziest tactic I've ever created? Galileo 235. The one with 5 strikers. Still works in FM. I just haven't. I mean, I tried it on beta. It still worked. I just didn't use it because I've used it so many times before. Go, Shearhouse. Win the header. Thank you. Lyle Taylor, go, go, go. It was so close. It was so close to getting us the winner. Lolly. Shot to share house. Oh man, that's it. It's another corner. Come on, boys. We have a chance. We have a chance. From this side, maybe not. Lolly. Back to share house. They got nobody blocking. Yeah! It's 3-2. Everything from set pieces today. Look at our shot corner routine. Didn't have anybody marking, so I was quietly optimistic. Then Lolly plays it. He plays it and Bashiru sets it up. And then, boom! Lolly scores. Okay, guys. This is a classic. Drop everything now. Okay. Oh man, this is gonna go to the wire. What a challenge. We want to defend this corner, guys. 2 minutes to go. This is epic. Don't score from this, man. Don't score from this. Defend it well. Forest 3, Wolves 2. There's another throw. With a couple of minutes left on the clock. Yes, cleared. It's it. We have beaten Wolves with a Joe Lolly special. With 3 goals from 3 set pieces. Oh my god, I defend 1 from defending, 2 from attacking. Oh, Huddersfield are smiling, man. Pedemas prefers Lolly to Mbappe. Seriously, if this my goalkeeping coach is the one that does all my press conferences because he makes me laugh all the time. When Lyle Taylor was scoring on the goals, he said he would take Lyle Taylor anytime over Antoine Griezmann. Now he prefers Joe Lolly to Mbappe. No wonder my players are playing so well. They got somebody stroking their balls every single day when he sees them. I like you, man. If they give me Mbappe, I'm not going to have Mbappe. I like you, Joe Lolly. What a game! What a result for us! I am so happy. This is a hell of a result. We move 4th, man, now. Lolly 12-12 still there. Nottingham Forest beating Wolves 3-2. Leicester, Newcastle. Okay, that's still Fulham and Everton. Then Chelsea drew against Liverpool. Brentford beat Southampton. Burnley beat Sheffield. Spurs and United. Well, Spurs at least didn't lose to United. Looks like things might be turning out, looking up for them with their new caretaker manager. Are they still caretaker manager? Are they still caretaker manager? Give the wrong pitch. Caretaker manager still. They haven't signed somebody yet. Still Chris Powell. Champions League spots, man. That was my goal, This season, we want to end up in the Champions. But we're only 7 points. We're 7 points away from the league leaders. So Manchester United, Chelsea, Man City, Nottingham Forest, and Liverpool. The glory days are coming back, guys. The glory days are coming back. No change in mentality. You don't have to change mentality in this game. Mentality is just risk, right? So you don't really need to change mentality if your tactics been set up correctly. I see a lot of people doing it and it just still strikes me as one of the strangest things I've seen in the game. Mentality is risk. So there are other ways of managing risk in the game. For example, pass it shorter, play a bit narrow, you manage risk because now you're telling the players to take shorter passes, right? When you go narrow, you're telling them to come closer together. Play out defense can be risky if the other team wants to play with a high press. That's the only thing I'll be worried about. Tempo, slowing down tempo can help you too. Back in the day, we used to have something called retain possession as a team instruction. We used to have it as a shout in a game called FM Live, which was basically MMO version of Football Manager that SI released in 2012. Now, back in that day, they started having a combination of team instructions would be combined together to create what we used to call a shout. So one of those shouts was something called retain possession. Retain possession was an instruction to your team to try and tell them to keep the ball a bit more effectively. Now, in order for us to get retained possession in the game, we would have to play shorter passing, narrow with lower tempo. You get the same effect. Now, it's a pity that the new players who are coming to the game right now don't know that, right? Because the older players know. So all the guys who played from FM Live days, those guys who've had it, this is the reason why if you've played FM from the days of Championship Manager, you have an unnatural advantage because you know what the game used to play like. You know how it played under the hood. You know how to combine things together. So if you just started playing the game like this year or last year or FM 17 or FM 16, FM 15 in fact, 14, yeah, FM 14, you won't know. Malmo FF legend. Lolly for Balloon Dior, man. Lolly, greatest of all time, right? Crazy, right? Joe Lolly over Mbappe. What's wrong with my goalkeeping coach? Obviously, he's smoking some weed, man. But we're still doing quite well. We are definitely, there's 7 points behind Manchester United and 5 behind Chelsea. Only 2 points behind Chelsea, who are second on the table. So we're in with the shout of doing well. We just have to make sure this run carries on. We've had some very fortunate result, but that was a big win for us. Forrest over Wolves 3-2. And no, but if you go lower mentality, okay, lowering your mentality does not make your team not hoof the ball. Your roles and duties make your team not hoof the ball. Right? Players not having options makes them hoof the ball. Right? I had set my team in the last 4 minutes. I went intentionally for the win. I went to distribute the ball to my goalkeeper. Like, I didn't play our defense. I told my keeper, kick it long, kick it to the flanks. We got a target man there. Place it a roaming playmaker. We get one breakaway goal. That's it. I was going for the win. The moment we got the goal, I switched my posture straight away to shorter passing, narrow tempo, and hoping to try and keep the ball. And we did okay. I mean, I could have dropped my mentality. The most I'll go is balance. That's it. I'm not going to go cautious. No thanks, man. That's worse. Dropping a mentality all the way down to defensive can sometimes be counterintuitive. If you're basically then telling your players sometimes not to even take the harder pass to play to your players. You should think about shorter passing more than anything else. Plus on top of it, my 4-2-3-1 has got locked in for shorter passing with some of my players and direct passing on some of the other players. So I don't see the point. Yeah. In fact, I don't think in all the years I played the game, I've never lowered my mentality down to cautious to see out the game. Never seen a need to. You should be able to do this very easily with team instructions. Yeah. How do you choose opposition instructions? I choose opposition instructions. I didn't play with any opposition instructions in the last couple of games, right? Opposition instructions, normally I would apply it to the lone forward, advanced forward, right? If they have an advanced forward is attacking space, that's the only opposition instruction I apply, which is the tight marking, right? But even then, if he's got fantastic acceleration, I tend to hesitate. Yeah. Exactly. You see, you don't need any instructions. You don't need to play with opposition instructions in the game. And honestly, you don't even need to apply too many PIs to the game. FM 18 was your first. Or the tactical creator was weird, right? Remember the day? FM 18 wasn't so bad. I mean, it was like crazy. Man, if you guys ever played Championship Manager back in the day, you'd be crazy. It's just a weird ass. It was just a fun game of dots, dashes, notches, and sliders, and people arguing about the difference between creative freedom of 13 and creative freedom of 17. And those are the good old days when we had Paul Collier as well joining us for discussions on the forums. Yeah, those days, long time ago. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in. My kids are coming home. I've got to go and hang out with them. So, fantastic. Lyle Taylor is still in with a shout to be the marksman of the league. But now we've got another problem. People are starting to think Joe Lolly is better than Kylian Mbappe. Such a strange world. So I want to thank everybody coming on today's stream. You guys have been fantastic. I want to thank you for your support. For all the guys on Discord, yes, we are doing another stream a bit later where we will be working with Arsenal and creating tactics for Arsenal and trying to see what your tactics look like with Arsenal as well. So we're going to have a lot of discussions. We're going to talk about permutations as well and try and make Arsenal play in different ways. So I want to thank everybody for coming on today's stream. You've been absolutely fantastic. You guys, please take care of yourselves. Be good, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.